Hey friends, welcome to Love Yourself Day 25. I hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. So today's a really vulnerable one, so do it when you have the time to sit down and to be careful with yourself and gentle and take care of yourself afterwards. I will get to everybody who comments, but probably tomorrow. I'm about to go to my parents' house and they're going to meet Jeremy's parents for the first time because they're all vaccinated now, so it can be safe for us to get together in the backyard. And anyway, let's talk about shame. So there's so much good research out there. I highly recommend Brene Brown, talking to a therapist if you're dealing with a lot of shame. But if there's something that's kind of, excuse me, I have hair somewhere. I feel like I've got a hair in my mouth. Let's start over. It's okay, whatever you're feeling. And today I want you to think about a time or a situation that makes you feel a little bit ashamed, or even a lot bit ashamed, and think about how can I neutralize this feeling, or how can I even turn it into a positive. So an example I have is I was talking to someone recently and she was feeling a lot of shame and unworthiness around leaving her original career because it got to be too stressful and too much. And so she felt like she had quit, but she felt like quitting was a negative thing. And so we were talking and I thought, man, to me, you leaving that career says you were taking care of yourself. Like you did something really courageous and brave in order to be okay and to have a good life. You know, it's okay if a decision you make later turns out not to be the right one, right? There's a lot of things. I felt a lot of shame around living with my parents for a while, a couple years ago, because I had quit my career to be a coach full time, and I just didn't have the income to pay my student loans and pay rent. And, you know, being in my mid-30s, it felt really shameful. But then it was like, you know what? No, this is what I'm doing to create the life that I want. There's no shame in it. So I had to work through that. So think about whatever you're going through. How can you make it positive? How can you go, this is actually something I'm doing to take care of myself, or something I'm doing to get the life that I really want? And if you can't make it positive, that's okay. Make it neutral. Can you just be like, okay, that's a thing that happened. Just like I went to the grocery store. That's a thing that happened. No feelings around it. It doesn't mean anything about me. So try to come at it that way. We did this earlier in the month with feelings about ourselves and feelings around being selfish, things like that. So go ahead and try to neutralize this. So when I was setting up this exact post, I kept trying to write the word shame, and it kept autocorrecting to the name Shane. So maybe what you need to do is name your shame. Give your shame a name and be like, listen, Betty, listen, Shane, whatever name you choose, you can go sit in the corner now. Like, I understand you've served your purpose. You were there to help me recognize a situation I needed to think more about, that I need to think through, but I don't need you anymore. And I'm serious. Talk to your feelings. Like, have this conversation either on paper or out loud or in your head, but work through it that way. I do this with fear too. Like, I acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the shame, say thank you. I know that you're here because you're trying to protect me. You're trying to do something. Hey, Stacy, I saw your comment and I will definitely get back to you. I'm just got a really busy day today. So I will probably be tomorrow, but I hear you and I'm here for you. So yeah, just acknowledge it, thank it for being there to alert you to the situation that you have some work to do around, and then say, okay, you can leave now. You can go sit in the corner, you can go sit in the back seat, you can leave fully, whatever it is. And so have that conversation. Really neutralize any negative feelings around this, because you're very welcome. Shame doesn't have to rule you. It can be just another feeling. It can be just another indication of where our personal development needs a little work, where our self-love needs a little bit of work. And that's what today's all about. It's about shoring up our self-love. It's not about wallowing or feeling bad about past times, because we can't change them. And that's okay. We all make mistakes. We all make big mistakes. We all do things that we're ashamed of or that we wish we hadn't done. And that's okay. Use these feelings to show you where you need a little bit more attention in your self-love and your self-worth, and then move forward. So, just like Stacy did, let me know if there's something that you need help working through. You can post about this. I know it's super vulnerable, so it doesn't have to be public. That's okay. Do this in your journal. Have a conversation aloud in the privacy of your own home. Whatever you need to do. As always, I'm here for you. Today is super busy, so I will get to you tomorrow, Monday. But otherwise, know that I love you and I am thinking of you, and you are okay. You are fantastic just as you are, with all the feelings, with all the mistakes, with everything. Just as you are loved. Bye, friends.